Hello, my friends. Johnny Dumas here, and welcome to Module 28, Day 28. And you did it. You hosted your first webinar. And listen, no matter how it went, it doesn't matter. 0 sales, 1 sale, 10 sales, 0 attendees, 1 attendee, 10 attend. It doesn't matter. What matters is you did it, and we're going to build off of this now. So now it's time to review and optimize, because that's what we're going to be doing every single time we do one of these things. It's review and optimize. And this doesn't take a long time, especially when you get down the road. It's just small tweaks, small adjustments, small pivots that make each time you do this better. So why this day is where growth happens. This is where growth happens. Like, this is why Podcast Paradise webinar worked, because it didn't work for the first ton of webinars that I did, but I kept adjusting, pivoting, tweaking, and then I got it to where it worked. And I just kept improving it off of that. Small tweaks, small adjustments. So running webinars, what does it do? It creates data. Reviewing the data creates progress. Optimization is where compounding begins. So we get data for the first time, like real data. Like, did anybody show up? Did anybody ask questions? What were the questions? What were the show up rates? When did they drop? We start getting data that we can use, and then we can optimize, and that compounds the results. So you're not guessing anymore. Before you have your first webinar, like before you actually host something, you're just guessing. You're guessing, like, is this the right content? Is this the right way to word this? Is this the right way to structure this? Is this the right story to tell? Excuse me. Is this the right narrative that I want to have? Well, guess what? Now you have attendance data, you have engagement signals, you have real buyer behavior for the first time ever. This replaces assumptions. And by the way, if you have no buyers, you still have buyer data. You have what's called non-buyer data. And then you can start improving that so you get buyer data. So now there's no more assumptions, because this replaces assumptions, because it's real data. Now, attendance, it tells a story. It really does. Attendance reflects, number one, your registration quality, like how good, how high of quality is your registration, your reminder effectiveness, like is your actual reminders going out? Are they getting opened? Are they getting read? Are they getting clicked on? Are people adding it to their calendar? And then the promise clarity, like, is your promise clear enough? Like, is it really hitting the right nerve? Patterns matter more than totals. So always look for patterns. Don't look for totals. Again, you're going to hear this like from me over and over again, because I'm such a believer in its process is greater than outcomes. Stop thinking about just outcomes right now. Think about the process. You are in the process. You are nose deep in the process. You are doing the work. You're taking action. You're building momentum. Process is more important than outcomes now. Outcomes will come, believe me, but your process has to be the focus point now. And now, sales, what do? I love sales because they just reveal alignment. Sales, they're not about persuasion. They reflect your message has clarity, that your offer has a fit, that your timing is right. And if you have these things, message clarity, offer fit, and the timing, then you can just now say, how do I pour gasoline over this fire? Maybe you're going to start doing more content. Maybe you're going to start going on a guest on other webinars to promote this, solution that you have to a real problem. Maybe you can even start doing some ads if you're really getting great conversions, because ads will, again, get your message out to more people. That's why it's exciting. So drop-offs, they're also clues. People are leaving. It's not failure. It's feedback, because that means it's just not the right person. You're not, and that right, I guess, because if you have all the other things right and there's people that are dropping off, like, that's fine, because this is not for everybody. This is for certain select people. I go on webinars all the time and I drop off just because it's not what I was actually looking for. So they probably had poor messaging going into that webinar, which is why I dropped off. So this is really key. Now, every drop off, it points to one improvement, to one single improvement. So that's why you should look at it. A drop off, how do I improve that? Maybe I am marketing to the wrong people. You're getting the wrong people to show up. So there's ways that you can improve based off of that. Now, the opening, it sets the ceiling. If attention drops early, everything downstream suffers. So your opening, you have to be high energy. You have to let them know exactly what they're going to get. You have to have an open loop that they want closed, because it's meaningful to them. So small opening tweaks will have outsized impact over time. So you have to really perfect that opening. So seat and not perfect, just continuously improve, because believe me, I don't believe in perfection. The CTA, the call to action, that's the signal. Questions, hesitation, or silence, that tells you what you need to clarify next time. Again, we're always learning. We're always taking mental notes and then actual notes afterwards. And then protect what worked. Optimization is subtraction, not addition. If you're optimizing, you're taking away what doesn't work and you're protecting what does work. Keep what worked, fix one thing. Don't go overboard. Fix one thing. It's kind of like if you are having some issues, like some like I don't know, let's just call it like bloating or something, because you're maybe eating the wrong foods. You don't stop eating all the foods. You start eliminating one food item in one little vertical, and then you see if that has an impact. And then maybe if that doesn't, then you can add that food back in and eliminate one other food until you've identified when does the bloating stop. So this is just, again, a random example, but I mean, that's a way you don't just like stop, eating all foods. You do it one at a time, so you learn exactly what the culprit was. So when you fix one thing and then that thing starts working, that was the culprit. If that doesn't fix the thing, maybe you add it back in because obviously that wasn't the culprit. So you change one thing per run, multiple changes, it confuses results. One change creates clarity. Okay, that wasn't what was the problem. So let me try something else while I add that thing back in. So here's your day 29 outcome. By the end of today, you should have what? Reviewed the attendance, reviewed the sales, identified drop-offs, chosen one improvement for the next run. You do these 4 things every single time. You're going to keep getting better and better every time you run this live training, this live webinar, this live presentation. Now, how do you power your weekly webinar engine? Well, you do it with HighLevel. It's everything you need in one platform. The weekly webinar engine, this course runs on HighLevel, obviously. Funnels, landing pages, webinar registrations, reminders, email, SMS follow-up, calendars, booking, payments, checkout, automations that sell while you sleep. It's all HighLevel. So if you sign up to HighLevel through my affiliate link, highlevelfire.com, you get my bonus stack right here below, which, by the way, I'm always adding to. It's always getting bigger and better. I'm never withdrawing anything from that except maybe the 15-minute strategy call. That's only going to be around, for a limited time, because that's a lot of time, energy, and bandwidth for me. But again, I want to learn from you. So I'm doing these calls for both of our benefits. You also get a 30-day free trial of HighLevel instead of 14 as the global ambassador. I get a little bonus. Weekly live office hours and support, funnel templates, the webinar registration, reminder flows, follow-up automations, conversion tested email sequences. You get all of these things imported from my HighLevel into yours, and then you're actually starting on third base instead of in the batter's box. From third base to home, you bring it home. You make all the adjustments and edits you need to personalize it, but I get you to third base right away. So build once, run weekly, compound results, and I'll catch you on the flip side.